Good evening and welcome back to the Voetsek Kitchen. Tonight we're going to make macaroni and cheese, and we've got a special guest, Jon. It's his recipe.
Shalom from the Voetsek Kitchen.
Okay, so Jon, these are the ingredients, am I right? We've got the butter, the flour, the milk, 3 cheeses. What cheeses are those, Jon?
We've got a mild cheddar, a sharp cheddar, and a cheese from a dairy up in Prince Albert. It's a mixture of mild and medium cheddar.
Okay.
But you can use basically a sharp cheese to give it a bit of a bite. A Gruyere or a extra sharp cheddar. Those are the best that we find.
Then we've got the leeks, we've got sliced tomato, we've got cream, mustard, cayenne pepper, salt, black pepper, basil, oreganum, and macaroni.
We started cooking the pasta a few minutes ago. We want to get it al dente. You can buy any of your favorite macaroni from your local supermarket, and don't overcook it. So about 9 minutes cooking time, which is just about ready. Just want to stir it and make sure it's not sticking. Normally what we do, we add a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt for tasting, and 9 minutes to get al dente, and then you take it out and you drain. In the meantime, I am going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. So I will be back.
So now Jon's going to turn the oven on. In the meantime, he's told me to roast some basil. Let's do, let's say, we got here, yeah, that's about enough. It's about a tablespoon. Okay, that's a tablespoon of basil, a tablespoon of oreganum. Okay, that's good. And black pepper. These are black peppercorns that are ground. Good, so we can always add more. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. As you see, I like this. Okay, then we're just going to basically roast this. We're going to, for about 2 minutes. Not the gas mustn't be too high. Just till you can actually smell the spice and it starts smoking a little bit. Okay, so we'll do that and we will be back.
Okay, the pasta is perfect. We're going to take it off now and drain it, and then wash it under cold water to take out all the starch. Be back in a minute. So I'm just rinsing under cold water, and so it doesn't stick.
So first thing we're going to do, Jon says we need to make a roux. Jon, how are we going to make the roux?
So we're going to add 4 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of flour.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do right now. Approximate. Okay.
That is 4 tablespoons. Let me turn the gas on. Okay, gas is on. Gonna melt the butter.
You want to keep this at a low heat so we don't burn the butter or the flour. You just want to add this as a base for the cheese sauce.
Perfect.
So keep stirring all the time, and then Jeff will now begin to add the flour.
Slowly.
Keep stirring. Make sure we don't have any lumps in the roux. Otherwise this will pass over into the sauce.
Oh, it's looking good. Looking good.
Okay, I just want to turn down the heat a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, so keep stirring until all the flours is incorporated. Okay, and now we're going to start adding the milk. So,
Okay. I'm just going to get the milk. I will do that. How much, John?
we're going to do 4 cups of milk, but we might reduce that.
Okay. So I'm going to start with 1 cup.
Going to keep adding until it starts thickening.
Ooh, that's looking good.
Just let it slowly thicken. So you can keep going, just pour it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Another 2, another 1.
Let's
put 2 so far.
Yeah, 2 so far. Let's see.
Okay.
Maybe 1 more right now.
Okay.
We can always add milk later if
Yeah.
the sauce is too thick.
Sure. So should we wait with it?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Keep adding. Alright. Alright, that's looking good.
Okay.
Okay, at this point, Jeff can add the spices.
Alright. That's what I made here. As you can see, the Oreganum, Basil,
This is going to kick up the flavor.
and black pepper. You just get the spoons. I can get the rest of it in. You don't want to wait.
At this point, we've made the roux, we've added the spices, and we have sauteed 4 leeks separately, which we are now going to add to the mixture.
Should I get the leeks?
Jeff, please grab the leeks.
Okay, John.
See, yeah, Jeff, now you can add the leeks. And just
Can I just throw them all in?
yeah, just throw them all in. We'll incorporate it into the roux. As you can see, it's starting to thicken up nicely. If you find that it's getting too thick, we can add milk, which will just thin it out a little bit. So we're just going to mix this through a little bit.
And do we put the cream now, or do we put...
No, we can start adding the cheese now. Yeah.
And anyone in...
The sharp cheddar first.
that is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we can see it's starting to thicken very nicely now. And just keep stirring. You don't want any lumps, as I said before. And it's just, you want a nice thick sauce. And just remember that we want to keep some of the cheese to cover the top before we put it into the oven. And we'll just keep a mixture of 3 cheeses that we have, create a nice crust on top.
Is that enough
So
of this?
I think that's enough of that cheese. Yes, we can add the mild, the other 2 cheeses down. Just keep stirring.
Okay, so this is the second one.
And this is more of a mild cheddar. You don't want it too strong.
Is that about enough?
A little bit more. Yeah, about. That should be good. And then this is a very special cheese from Prince Albert in the Karoo. It's a dairy that is organic.
Gaze dairy.
It's called Guernsey Dairy, and it's totally organic and produces some amazing product.
How much do you want for this? Like also half?
About
like that?
half, yeah, that would be perfect. Alright, so now we can see it's really starting to thick. What we need to do, Jeff, is to add a little bit, is we can actually add the cream at this point.
Alright.
Probably about half a pint.
Okay.
Just keep stirring. Let this thing just mix this in. It's going to give it a very nice rich flavour.
Looks great.
And then keep pouring the cream, and then we're going to add a little bit more milk. Okay, that should be enough cream right now. Get the milk.
Slowly,
Okay,
there's
so
no rush.
that should be enough for the meantime. And now, just keep incorporating, keep incorporating. I'm just going to step away for a minute and just grab a little bit more of the cheese.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point, it looks like it's coming together very well.
Do we need pepper? I mean salt?
I would put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just to.
Okay.
Not too much. We don't want to overpower it. That should be fine.
We'll put a little bit of pepper.
Okay, looking good. One of the secret ingredients we're going to add now is a hot English mustard called Trackleman's. You can use any hot mustard that you can get, but this is one of our favorites.
What about a teaspoon?
About a teaspoon.
That's it.
That's perfect, yeah? Okay.
Hey. Okay, Jose.
And then, as you can see, the sauce is really starting to thicken nicely. And so now what we are going to do, we have cooled down the pasta. We're going to add it to the sauce now and mix thoroughly.
Should I bring the pasta?
Yes, please, sir. Adding the macaroni to the sauce, and we're going to incorporate thoroughly. The secret to the pasta not sticking together is to use some little bit of olive oil when it's in the cooking process, and a little bit of salt, and then it comes out nice and clean. Okay, good.
Aha!
So now we're going to mix thoroughly.
I think, John, what could also be nice in here is if a person took diced tomatoes and put it in there.
We actually tried that once
Yeah.
before, and it gives it a really nice additional texture and taste. Alright, incorporate thoroughly, mix thoroughly, and then we can actually at this point turn off the heat. And just mix
Turn
it.
off the heat.
The oven's ready to go. So now we can...
I'm already hungry. Look how fat I'm getting. Locked
So
down.
now we're going to put this into an oven-proof dish, casserole dish. And Jeff is the man.
Alright, slowly. Okay. That. Right. Looks
Perfect.
delicious. Okay, there you are, chef.
Finally, we're going to add the rest of the cheese and then some sliced tomato. Just want to keep it well covered. You can also use Parmesan cheese if you have any, which also gives it a nice little kick.
Looks delicious.
Let me just flatten this out for smoothness. Final ingredient, we're going to put sliced tomatoes. Goes with mac and cheese very well. And you just slice them thinly and just spread them across like so. Create a nice crust. Okay, and I think we're just about ready to go. We had preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 365 Fahrenheit. So it is ready to go for about 40 minutes until you get a nice thick crispy crust. Okay.
Okay, 40 minutes in the oven. Beautiful, looks delicious. John, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, we're gonna go sit down and eat, and you can all Voetsek till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.